Okay, good morning, everybody. Yesterday, played a version of Insidious Roots that looked like this. First draft, a little bit more in on like maybe comboing with Tyvar, maybe getting a little bit crazy. Played Fauna Shaman over Finale. Decided today to play a little bit of a lower mana curve, a little bit of a higher card quality. And also yesterday, one thing that was like really clear was that when this deck has Insidious Roots in play, it is just something else. It is performing super duper well. Very powerful. And so we wanted to try Mausoleum Secrets as a tutor that can either grab Asmo anytime, even if there's no cards in the graveyard. Kind of nice that even if there's like a Dati Voidwalker, Leyline of the Void, you can just grab mana value 0 Asmo. Can grab Insidious Roots, can grab your Ovalchase Daredevil if you need your Ovalchase Daredevil for the combo. You know what? Maybe Secrets is better than Finale in this deck. Maybe let's try playing 4 Secrets, 3 Finale. Kind of talk about it. Say this all out loud. I'm like, Like, obviously, like, you know, Finale puts Asmo into play on turn 2, which is really good. But, let's just play 4. Also, like, one very important thing here with this list, too, is, like, if you have you really want to assemble Daredevil plus Cookbook. Daredevil plus Cookbook is super important. It's very easy to get a Daredevil because you have 4 Asmos, you have Finale for Asmo, you have Secrets for Asmo, you have Saga for Cookbook. But getting Daredevil is a little bit harder. You can build it over a Supplier, but Secrets, like grabbing that is also pretty nice. Yeah, let's go 4-3 here. Still playing one Carrion Feeder that you can tutor up with either Finale or Secrets, and then like sack Bloodghast and kind of loop them with the roots. I don't think you need the Gravecrawler. The Gravecrawler, I think, is like kind of it's good to mill it over. It's okay to discard it. I think it's okay to just like not play a Gravecrawler to like go with your Carrion Feeder. It's just not that important. I think the first feeder is still worth playing. Still in Shadowspear in the sideboard. We just don't have besides our Saga tokens, we have like 0 big creatures. I feel like it's okay to just sideboard this. I'm also main decking a Relic now, which I wasn't yesterday. Someone actually the first time chatter said, "Why aren't you playing Relic?" And I just kind of assumed I would want to play as many copies of Soul Cauldron over any number of Relic, but the fact that Relic is searchable all Saga, I think is really nice, and also Relic is better this deck now that we're playing Street Wraith. We're playing Street Wraith to help enable Mausoleum Secrets, obviously good with Asmo. But Relic, just like as a tutorable Saga target that can turn on the roots, I think is pretty interesting. Isn't there a 3 triple cost in Tomb? That card is no. Buried Alive is not legal in Modern. This is kind of like roughly what the mana curve looks like, which I'm pretty happy with. Also, Underground Mortuary been very much performing in this list. You just have like so many cards you can surveil into the yard for value, which has been nice. Yeah, let's get going. Chicken Waffles the 50 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Positivity the 19. Thank you. No Beats for the 43. Hope you're doing well. Like I just celebrated 42 months. Yeah, time freaking flies, dude. Welcome back. Here's to 43 more. Is Armor Grave the only thing like that? I mean, there's gifts a given. Well, gonna keep. Tyvar, Gravecrawler, Carrion Feeder, Roots is Infinite. Yeah, we did that a couple times. Just so many pieces. Think you just kind of want to move away from the Tyvar plan overall. 1 creatures in the graveyard. Hips don't lie. 13 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Getting Groove scammed. Good news is, I mean, they're going to take the Secrets. That's kind of bad news. But we have the Urza Saga, although no Shadowspear. But both of these cards don't really care about being discarded. Me who is out the against 16. Thank you. Got a good amount of good top decks here. What was the best deck from yesterday? The Stoneblade deck. We didn't play all of them. We played. I'm gonna leave this back to Black Dash Ragavan, I guess. Sorry, you said yesterday we played. It was such a busy day. We played the other build of Roots. I think we went 3-2 into like O2. I think we went 3-2 into O2. And then we played the Cryptic Coat deck. Was the Cryptic Coat Stoneblade deck. Cryptic Coat looked great in that deck. I was really impressed. Felt like a very good first draft. Excited to play. Okay, we're going to try to maybe cycle Street Wraith in response to Bowmasters. We're going to try to play some more of the Cryptic Coat deck, for sure. That one felt like a big winner from yesterday. How about a weird fusion of the Yawgmoth deck and this deck to enable Insidious Roots? There's been a lot of people saying exactly this, Spike. How about fusing Roots and Yawgmoth? You in theory you could do that. In practice, easier said than done. Like it's just like not clear to me that there's a super obvious way that you should be building that deck. Yeah, Cloak was really impressive yesterday. Maybe they're saving the Bowmasters for this construct. That'd be awesome if they were. There's Roots. Kind of feel like we should just play that this turn. You plan on trying Zoo with Leyline? I mean, Zoo with Leyline... This kind of happens, like, almost every single set that, like... You get Relic, actually? No, let's get the cookbook. This probably happens every set that there's, like... a combination of cards. There's a deck that, like, everybody's kind of hyped for, and there's like a ton of lists for, and it kind of feels like it's the deck everybody's trying first. To me, it kind of feels like that deck, the Zoo deck is that deck for this set. Is like feels like that's like the first deck everybody's trying. And to me it's not as interesting, since it just seems to be like an incredibly popular thing to be doing at the moment. Touch the Spirit Realm is really low card. I understand like what you're trying to do with it, but I think I've seen a lot of people try to play that card, and I feel like you're just like almost always better off if you just don't include it. Stalker Grist gives you a lot of good targets for Cauldron. Yeah, I mean I get the idea, but it just isn't. I think like stock Yawgmoth is a little light of having a density of enablers for Roots, and it's also like making 4 cuts from Yawgmoth is tough, and then potentially adding more stuff too. But yeah, like I think if I could find out a unique build of that deck, then we'll play some of it. But if I can't, then we won't. Kind of like usual, right? I was talking about Yawg. Oh, I see. I mean, we're not necessarily just taking everybody's list, but I could take a little peeky here. Played Stalker. 1 took. Is this what we played against yesterday? Looks very similar. I'm concerned about your number of like good targets for Cauldron. Like Stalker doesn't really count. You have 1 took, 4 Bowmaster. You have, I guess, the Grist, right? Okay. They do a Bolt. Oh no, and they have the Bolt too. They had Molten Collapse plus Bolt. Brutal. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the Shadowspear. Gonna bring in the Grists. It's got the Carrion Feeder. Kind of interesting going down on Street Wraith. Yeah, it feels like Cauldron isn't good in this shell. Feels like the first Relic would be better as a Saga target too. Stalker seemed good with Cauldron. It's not. Stalker is like not particularly exciting. I know it has an activated ability, but it's just so slow. It's just not that important. It's not like a good Cauldron ability. But even if you had it slow, like a little low, not super low. Like even if it was a good ability, I'd still want like 2 or 3 more creatures with abilities for Cauldron. Underscore 7 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, turn 1 Asmo. No! Oh no, I got caught by the Surveil Land. No. Fuck. I'm just not very used to having that. Fuck. Sorry, gamers. I knew that was gonna happen at least once. It almost happened yesterday. Yeah, Surveil Land's bad, actually. They take my Grist. We get secrets for another Grist, potentially. I think I'm probably going to get a Roots. Just, the card's so good. And I feel like I could just grab... or I could just... I'm thinking I'm playing Roots this turn, and then maybe just getting Relic. Like Roots is so good in this matchup. You just want to make sure it doesn't get discarded. And I can make a Saga token next turn. It's either like it's either I'm making a Saga token this turn, and then playing Roots next turn, or I play Roots this turn to make a Saga token next turn. Although if they have Blood Moon, you know, they have Blood Moon. Blood Moon would be great, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to get my Roots enabler. They have Magus. Can't Boseiju Magus. Pretty frustrating too, because if I had just like had that cookbook off the Asmo, you know, we'd be in good shape. I'd be making tokens here. Yeah, I feel like the thing is I really don't want this to get discarded. Although, you know, I certainly think I'd have my enabler. Ooh. Thanks, opponent. Thanks. Cradle pushes it. Oh, right. I always forget about the Boseiju Asmo trick. It's okay. So we punted once, they punted once. So now we're even. Fuck, dude. You don't have Hidden Sugu here. No shot. Damn it. Okay. We get another Roots trigger, though. Into Shieldred. Brutal game. Interesting decision to pitch here in this sequence too. There's a finale. If we draw finale exactly, I'm like certainly in it. Cookbook would be passable. Jesus, 15 months. Drake 24. Thank you. Probably moving on. I don't know. Obviously, that misclick game one was, or this turn one was brutal. They top deck Voidwalker. Okay. Okay. A yield. I don't have a turn one black source, but we have 3 looks at it. Notice it spins a Crashing Footfalls. Easy peasy. Great mana. I've thought about smashing your mono red Inti and Insidious Roots together, or is that too much? Yeah, I mean, I thought about playing Inti in this deck. Yeah, it's very tough on the mana, and I'm not sure that it's. It could be better than like the finales maybe, because you know Secrets is kind of doing the same thing. As well, being a 3/3 is so relevant in this matchup. Quad Urza Sagas, okay. So just play around Tidebinder a little bit. Ridden 6 and Dried Arbor is a cute interaction with Roots. Cute for sure. Okura with the 5-pack. Thank you so much. We got to get Sister from Okura. Make sure to thank him. Hope you're doing well today. Backup Asmo's nice. Gonna say no to this because of Roots. Okay. So how much do I care if they Tidebind this cookbook as their turn? Not really enough. If this was a 2/2, then I would probably make a food now to get it out of dead such fire range. Yeah, I know they don't have Outburst Man. I thought they was gonna have like Flame of Anor here. I guess I should have attacked with the Asmo. Is the Cryptic hype real? Thinking of grabbing too. I mean, I was very impressed by it in the one league I played with yesterday. I think the thing about that card, right? It's just like such a high chance this gets Force of Negation. What if they don't? We have enough constructs coming. I'm gonna try to get the roots going. They have 4 cards in their hand. Alright, so get the Relic here. If this resolves, you can also cast Asma this turn. Cool. So let's start with playing Saga, try to return Bloodghast. I'll discard one of my Sagas. But yeah, the card was very good yesterday. It just has so much utility, great at grinding. It also, like, the biggest thing it does is it just turns Stoneforge into like a good 2-for-1. Where if your opponent's gonna kill your Stoneforge, you just have a Cryptic Code in your hand. That card is pretty good, and if they kill it, then all of a sudden you're just up a card, which is really what Stoneforge Mystic needs to be, and like hasn't really been able to be for a little while. Actually, trigger roots twice if we pop the Relic this turn. Just gonna go ahead and trigger it once here. Should have attacked with Construct to get Bloodghast haste. No, I needed to use the Construct to cast Asmo. This was way better. Surely. Think Hammer might return to Blue Splash to play the code? Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't think that'll stop Hammer from being a bad deck, if I'm going to be, like, quite frank with you here. I think Hammer's still a bad deck if they play Cryptic Coat. I think the Cryptic Coat it just does make, like, Stoneforge Mystic like a good, like, mid-range card in Modern again. You have to be blue. But I'm genuinely excited about it. We're gonna try Jeskai, I'm gonna try Esper, we're gonna try more blue-white variations. I think the first draft we had was pretty good with the Ephemerate package. Okay, so they're gonna Flame of Anor me here. Is Supplier more value than Saga? Yeah, I think so. We want to fuel the graveyard. I guess we could discard this too, but I just have infinite Sagas too in this spot. Okay, we just have another backup Asmo. Like I think I can discard the 4th Saga and be okay. So yeah, am I gonna pop this Relic to get a double block here? Seems okay to do that. Kind of killing the Golden Goose a little bit, but I have a lot of looks at an Ovalchase with the Supplier too. Would Knight of Sweet's Revenge be good with roots? I mean, I don't know if there's like a ton of synergy exactly. I kind of feel like Roots is like a better Knight of Sweet's Revenge, but you could certainly play both of those cards in the same deck, of course. Okay, so let's cast Supplier first, I think. We mill the Bloodghast. Maybe we should have actually grabbed Carrion Feeder. I'm not sure. Okay, they pack it in though. We're just gonna make Saga tokens with the Roots mana there. Up a game against Rhinos. Don't have a lot in the way of sideboarding for them. I'm still not sure if you really want Shadowspear in this matchup or not. I know historically Shadowspear nice against Rhinos. I feel like it's a lot worse now that they have just infinite disenchants, but maybe the disenchants are just good against you anyways. Probably doesn't have a huge opportunity cost to like cut a feeder for a Shadowspear. Yeah, I've seen some builds that are more in on Cauldron Familiar Oven. I think if I did that, I would probably want to play Sam combo too. They just put back the drum and then get a Surveil Lantern one. They consider Souls of the Lost? Not serious. There's probably like 5 2-drops I'd play over Souls of the Lost. Maybe not 5, but Inti, Fauna, Shaman. But with Shaman, you kind of have to play Tyvar, you know. I guess if my opponent just passes with 2 mana up, I'll play around Fire Ice. Yeah, I can play around Fire Ice. Yeah. 3-mana Nissa, I don't know. The fact that it's only good with Insidious Roots is kind of tough, but I'll try to figure that out. Huh, interesting. They didn't like get a Surveil land end of turn. They got a Triome. Esther thumping around in the background. A little scared of Tidebinder there. They probably force him to get you this if they have it, which I would not be too upset with this hand. No play. Okay. But Roots in the Goblin Bombardment shot. I don't know. People, you gotta stop daydreaming. I think a little bit about just like Roots. Like doing something good when Roots is going crazy, like playing Nissa, playing Bombardment. Like when Roots is going crazy, just wins the game by itself. I think. I don't think you want to be playing like stuff that's super good after. You could obviously play these 2 cards in the same deck, but I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna cast this again, I guess. My Kingdom for Ovalchase Daredevil. I guess I could have gone like discard Asmo, Secrets for Supplier, but then not be able to cast it this turn. Yeah, maybe hardcast Force of Vigor. Yeah, but you could play Bombardment in a deck like this. Those look like hardcast Force of Vigor. Buy my sweet Roots. They should have just been attacking already. They also got basics, but I have basics here too, so I'm not the most afraid of Blood Moon. Ovalchase. I'm Bloodghast. Let's chill for now. You would have been able to cast it off the food token mana. Insidious Roots does not allow foods to tap for mana. You crazy chatter. Can you explain what Cryptic Code's a pick? I did a whole YouTube video on all the good cards from the new set, including Cryptic Code. I would recommend maybe taking a look at that. But it just does so much. There's so much text on the card. It has an incredible amount of utility, you know. Just kind of simply put, it's hard to it just takes too long to say all the things Code does. Yeah, the YouTube video link there is timestamped. You can find it there. So if they kill my Asmo, I guess I would have to discard Asmo. Never, I don't know. Draws this game on both sides have been pretty anemic. Looks like they have rhinos now, or maybe they've had it this whole time and they've been holding it for some reason. Guess not, or guess maybe. Yeah, it's super punish for attack with the Supplier. Thought they might block with Mutavault. Would playing the Collect Evidence Tutor and the land cycle cards over Finale be worth it? I don't think so. Finale's so sick. I don't know. You just don't have to discard a card. Could you play one Code of Rhinos? I don't think so. I don't know. Like, Code is good, but it's like I have a hard time imagining that you really want to be like casting Cryptic Code in a deck that doesn't have Stoneforge Mystic in it. It's also just because like Stoneforge Mystics makes the coat better. Where you get to pick it up and put it back into play over and over again. Keep this lead on Saga. Not very good against Force of Negation, but it's kind of our whole deck, and we can try to use our Surveil land to get land number 3. Go up Persist plus Troll. What cards are you cutting? So the Molda 6. Also, you can't play just Persist in this deck just with Troll. Like you need to have like other things to persist. You pick up the coat, you keep the morph creature, but they just have no abilities. Well, it's a 2/2 ward 2 that can flip up and you can ephemerate it. It keeps ward 2. Witch's Cottage does trigger roots. That's something. The Unblockable is good in Rhinos. I don't know. You could play it. Time will tell. At the moment you got a lot of 3-drops. Every 3-drop in the format competing for love in the deck. Okay, so we can find Finale, Street Wraith, Cookbook, Saga. Maybe okay here. Get some looks. That was on the list. Kind of feel like we're gonna need ice though. Have not been iced. Also, if you finale from a creature from the graveyard, it triggers triggers roots. You know what? The unblockable war 2 creatures go with hammer. Yeah, Cloak might be good in the deck. Maybe we should try it. I'd be open to giving it a go. Okay, if they Rhinos here, we would certainly really like to draw a land to be able to go roots plus Cookbook this turn. That would be pretty ideal. I'll accept second Cookbook. Second Cookbook's fine. Just gonna do this all main phase because of Tidebinder. Tidebinder speeds up the game so much, it's awesome. Everybody just main phases their shit now. Four cards in their hand. I think I'm not blocking. Somewhat close because I have the second Asmo, right? But I think we just take the 6. Isn't it better to discard Bloodghast? Well, maybe. I don't know. I currently don't have a land to play for the Bloodghast. I feel like I could just discard them whenever I get the land. I guess it's maybe just yeah, maybe it's better to play around like removal in the cookbooks. Thank you for summoning the removal to the cookbook's opponent, or chatter rather. Yeah, then we have both Bloodghast in the yard for like land to play this. Just have one of the Surveil land. Tough to beat Force plus Rhino plus Brotherhood End, of course. At 8 life. Some good top decks. Overgrown Tomb, not one of them. Surveil lands are great. They're modern staples. You're going to see them in basically every deck with fetch lands. Okay, let's run this one more time. Let me keep this with a draw. Yeah, I think there's a chance that the Crocodile was really, really good. So the Molda 6 on the play. Aver with the 27. Thank you so much. Up against Scales. Yeah, the mono green infect decks on Moxfield. Using Archdruid's Charm to just put an Inkmoth Nexus into play. At instant speed. We don't mill any creatures, which is kind of tough. The Dryad Arbor ridden 6 roots does not sound like a cohesive plan to me at all. That involves, like, where you're sacking your Arbor every turn, using your land drop to trigger roots once a turn, I don't know. I'm not excited about it. just feels so incredibly medium, I don't know. Obi-Wan Jabroni, thank you for Twitch Prime. Hope you're doing well. Pioneer deck was good. We have not played it. We have not. This is our third match of the day. I imagine more used Dryad Arbor as Daredevil number 5. You can play Squee if you want Daredevil number 5. Assaulted Cookbook. I don't know. There's obviously some synergies, but like, I don't know. I'm open to it for sure. I'm open to it. I just have, you know, I've been hurt by Dryad Arbor many times. Hopefully just kind of draw any creature. Yeah. Rin 6 is also a good card. I'm optimistic about that for sure. Uh-oh. We're fucking dead. I think we're dead at least. Should be dead too. Zabaz off the Saga. Exists 18 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Because you get to go. Oh, they got Needle. Name Cookbook. Not feeling particularly less dead. We do have the Saga plus the Supplier to start doing our thing. Echoing Deep's going crazy. Yeah, these could just a boss, sacked, counter on Hangerback Walker, sack. Yeah. Lethal with the Nexus. Milling a Bloodghast would be really nice to get double root trigger this turn. Look at me get an Urza Saga token. Token's not doing a lot on this board. This is a tap hanger back for lethal. Oh yeah, I guess probably didn't even need this Zabaz. They have no cards in their hand. We're gonna be getting a roots trigger like every turn. Although I guess there's some tension here with this relic. Although I bet we'll get these suppliers dead soon enough. Maybe I should have attacked with my Asmo. Yeah, my math Zabaz was on the. I think with the Ozolith it's just way more, right? So you go Zabaz, sack, 1 counter on the Ozolith, counter on the Hangerback, sack Hangerback, 3 counters on the Ozolith, sack the 2 tokens to Ravager. The Ravager is also at that point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess we're still dead. We're still dead to it. Okay. Although actually they didn't tap the Hangerback first. Maybe we're dead because of that. That's okay. We're very dead. Gonna bring in the Pick Your Poisons. Gonna bring in the Needles. Gonna bring in the Haywire Mite. Not gonna bring in Shadowspear. Got the Carrion Feeder. Got the Bloodghast. Maybe trim a Mausoleum Secrets with the Bloodghast going down. Yeah, I have a lot less creatures in the deck, actually, so I think that makes sense to just go down 2 even. Do you think 4 Pick Your Poison is the way forward for sideboard? I'm just trying to play the new card, you know what I mean? Anybody tells you the new way forward for sure, like a 4 of in the sideboard, like one day into set releases. You're probably jumping the gun. Relic out. I mean, the Relic is just so important with the roots. It also has a game against their Cauldron. I think I'm going to keep it in. Is Pick Your Poison even good there? They have so many artifacts to sack. Well, it also can make them sack their Hardened Scales and their Urza Sagas. But and obviously the sacrifice artifact mode can be bad. But I'm definitely playing 4 against the Hardened Scales Urza Saga deck. Is Carrion Feeder there for a combo? You just want to tutor it sometimes with your Bloodghast to trigger roots a bunch. Yeah, gonna keep this. We're a land away from turn 2, like roots plus activation. Or plus trigger off the cookbook. We have pick your poison if we stumble a little. Let's get F6 on. Why is Street Wraith good in deck? It's good with Asmo, it's good with Mausoleum Secrets. And it also puts a creature in the yard for roots. Okay, so we surveil this turn. Keep another cookbook. Be more flavorful for your opponent to choose the mode on Pick Your Poison. Yeah. You're right. Second Hardened Scale is kind of scary, but we're gonna... Should be popping off with roots pretty hard. Could trigger it 3 times next turn. Yeah, I think Rupri sucks. I did playtest it recently, and when it came out. Four if you relic. I was counting relic. I was counting 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th? Oh, sacrifice relic also. Yeah, I guess. Interesting sequencing. Would you run Force and Poison? Maybe. Maybe at some point. Don't overthink cyber cards that much, I think. It's just early. Modern metagames can be changing some. Don't trip. Thanks, opponent. So now... Play Supplier next because I want to be able to bring back... I guess I boarded out my Bloodghast, but just general habit, I guess. I did not mill a creature. So that kind of stinks. I'm going to attack with my 4/5 plant. Go roots, go. Imagine if I had Hardened Scales. I say that now, then 2 weeks we will play Hardened Scales in this deck. Oh, that could be my Urza Saga. Go Echoing Deeps, go. Yeah, I want to play a Colony Garden Roots deck at some point. For sure. Okay. I feel like I probably can kill them this turn. Interesting. I think I start off discard here, and then if my opponent Cauldrons me, I would discard in response. Now I think I'll just pop the Relic. See what we draw. I guess I could tap the Relic response. I guess the Echo Deeps doesn't have a trigger you can respond to. Okay. Guess they're not dead this turn. I should have made them second enchantment first. So it's down to 7. Then you get a ton of Thopters. You can sack Saga or Scales. Probably gonna sack the Saga. Sacks the Scales. Maybe I shouldn't have played this because now Asmo's not particularly live draw. Kind of surprised at this attack. I guess they're not necessarily leaving themselves dead, but they make my attacks a lot better. I can also I can just activate a cookbook to pick something up, which would trigger my roots. I could also pick up Asmo and then use it to control the board. It's probably the play. Pick up Asmo. I guess they called in a response and I have to cookbook again. Oh, but then I can't discard. Fuck. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the cauldron. Damn it. Fuck. That is so hard to play. Yeah, I'll take a look at a standard root stack. Pioneer Acid. I don't really want to look at a Pioneer one, sorry. Okay. Okay, I also wanted to do this. I wanted to play Counterbalance with the Surveil lands. Opponent's getting to do it before I do, I guess. Keep this, I suppose. Yeah, the O1 bracket. They reveal Leyline Binding. Yeah, I that was something I was kind of stuck on. Like, I think you maybe won like 6 Surveil lands or something. Force of Negation, pitch Stern Scolding. Okay. Lots of Scales, red one here. So I think we bait with the Relic, try to see what's on top. Maybe they'll Surveil. Hall of the Storm Giants. Puts a Flooded Strand into the yard. That reveals Prismatic Ending. Could have countered this. Sadly, no Street Wraith to Relic away here. Can my opponent beat 2 Urza Saga tokens? Fortunately for my opponent, I'm not really going to be casting too many more spells. Ooh, Tyvar is legal? Ooh. This just triggers it too. Very cool. Should probably be casting the secrets, although I can... Yeah, I'll just go secrets for Asmo end of turn. Alright, take 5, then Leyline Binding. Yeah, Leyline, you just can't play Leyline Binding with all these Surveil lands, I think. There's just no shot. Okay, let's play just the Haywire Mites, not... Or, I only have 1 Mite. You don't want 2 Pick Your Poison. The Grist, obviously, going to be nice. Guess all the exile-based removal, maybe we cut the Relic. Can trim the Feeder. Trim Secrets kind of for similar reasons. Should this deck be playing Bats? I think we play Bats over Specimen, maybe. Looks sweet. I have to pick a standard deck for Chicago. I'd love to play Roots. I tried. I don't like it that much. I mean, isn't Bats just like one of the best cards in Standard, though? It triggers your Surveil, too. I don't know. Yeah, it could be that you just need the enablers. DJ, 15 months. Thank you. Welcome back. No, I'm not playing Pro Tour Chicago. There's a standard open top 8 make the next Pro Tour. Yeah, Deep Cavern Bats. It's a 2-mana 1/1 flying lifelink that gets to temporarily take a card from the opponent's hand. Terrible bird matchup. Good. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, turn 2 counterbalance again. Okay, they got it. Why opt? It's like preordained Cerevisions. I don't know. I wanted to see. Whatever. Guess the Roots doesn't do a lot if I don't get this cookbook down. There's an Entreat the Angels on top. So I'll discard Bloodghast, cast Asmo. Kind of expect this to get countered, but the next turn I can discard Bloodghast, and then oh, they didn't get a Surveil land? Dude, that's your whole deck. Okay, they reveal Basic Forest? What is happening? How in the world do you have Basic Forest in your deck? What went wrong here? But they didn't even get a Surveil land in response. That's fine. What? Hold on, it's not fine. Why do you have Lidvala? Stop. Play a good card in your deck, please. That's not fine. What does this even do? I can't tap these for mana. It's okay. I'll swing at them. I'm sure my opponent has 4 Terminus in their deck. 100% has 4 Terminus. I milled my swamp. Okay, less fine. The combo of Lidvala turning off the oh, I can't even Haywire Mite. The 0-1 bracket, huh? Okay, Lidvala's great. Super good. Snapcaster Mage. I actually am so stunned by this Blood Moon. Targets one of the Bloodghast here. Alright, gets soloed by the Roots. I think I attack with the Bloodghast, because if I draw a land, I'll be able to trigger Roots and haste the Bloodghast. They'll just try to get the Roots tokens up to 4 power, we'll see. The classic Hall of the Storm Giants, Leyline Binding, Surveil land, mana base. There's the Basic Forest. Pick your poison. Goodbye, Insidious Roots. So we can end a turn, Boseiju the Blood Moon. Untapping Grist. Gets a Surveil land. Puts a card on top. Is it another Blood Moon to counter my Grist? We'll see. But it's definitely a legacy player. They have one card in their hand. Okay, it's a Zaggoth Triumph that they cycle. They reveal a Solitude. I'm gonna sack the Supplier. Linvala dealt with. Yavimaya, 2 Bloodghast coming through. Getting in with everything. If they block the Haywire Mite, I'll kill the counterbalance. Well, I guess I actually leave this back to block so protect the Grist. We didn't really play the Legacy Beans. We played a little bit, but not enough. Like 2 matches. Yeah, still want to protect the Grist, so not Haywire Mite. Although if they're going to lose the Snapcaster, we'll probably target the Binding. Kind of depends. They're drawing Solitude for turn. His Roots work in Timeless. There's no Ovalchase Daredevil Cookbook. There is Cat Oven. Definitely feels like something to try. Let's just get this off the field. I could just Secrets for Roots here and then know that it's going to resolve because my opponent just has a Solitude in their hand. Only Grist made plants. Stoneblade was good. We're going to play some more of it. Might play in a challenge this weekend. Code looks really, really good. It's like kind of exactly what Stoneforge needed to be like a playable mid-range card again. I guess I should have made a token already because of Binding. Yeah, the big new card for Stoneblade is Cryptic Coat. It is an incredible equipment, very good card, very grindy, very resilient, puts a lot of pressure, hard to interact with. That is a good tutor target for Stoneforge Mystic. Catfish, 10 months. Thank you. Welcome back. They do have this defensive Hall of the Storm Giants. I think I'm just going to get in with the Bloodghast. Yeah, it's someone in chat called it Tutorable True Name Nemesis with upside, and to be honest, yeah, that's exactly how it felt. It's just like 3 mana, 3/2 unblockable. It has Ward 2, so it's very difficult to kill, and if they do kill it, or even if they don't, you're just gonna get to like put a bunch more cloaks in play, and you can like ephemerate the cloak to like put your card into play. Just has so much value. Oh, they drew another Solitude. Well, definitely one of their better top decks. Like it's just like such a good mana sink too. Like in a big way, I feel like one big problem that Stoneblade decks have had in the past is that they just have a very hard time. They have a very hard time, like having mana sinks, having card advantages like fizzle out of action. But code just means you always have something to do with your mana, which is such an important thing. Okay, let's just kill them on the backswing. Samantha with the 48, happy 4 years. Welcome back. Catfish with the 10. 4 fucking years. Yeah, it seems like with Cryptic Coat, like the card just has so much text on it. It's very funny because people are like, isn't this just a 3 mana 2/2? But it does so much text that people just don't know what it does. Okay, so they're not blocking like this. They still done a backswing. They block here, go to 6. Take 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's keep the Grist around, I guess. I guess... Does this get them? Because I get to go... I guess I put them to 1 like this. Oh. Oh, there were 2 Ovalchase Daredevils in the yard, right. Okay. Forgot we get an extra Roots trigger there. Dude, Roots is crazy. Think Massacre Group he play it? Modern? No. I think you could play one or the other, really. Up against a Kahira deck. Kahira Scalding Tarn. Interesting. We find one horizon where all legacy cards get new life. Is it? I don't feel like it is actually. Well, so like counterspell, right? But besides counterspell, like what old legacy cards have become modern staples? Fire Ice doesn't really count. Maybe. Probably like maybe 5 cards total. Boon of the 12 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Is Wraith from Mausoleum Secret count? Yeah, it also lets you cast Asmo turn 1. I think I'd probably save the secrets in this kind of matchup. Shardless, sure, yeah, Shardless is 1. Fire, Shardless Agent, Bombardment, Curse Totem. Yeah, I think as soon as you start naming Bombardment, Curse Totem, it's like... I think it'd be hard to name more than Carrion Feeder, Counterspell. So can we get up to 10? I don't know. I don't have a main deck Haywire Mite. Outgrinding the One Ring seems ambitious, but let's cycle here. If we're gonna do it, it's gonna involve Insidious Roots. Kind of overcommitting into Verdict, but also just trying to dodge Verdict is maybe like the best way to beat the ring. Yeah, the question is modern cards that are legacy legal because of Modern Horizons. Isn't Shardless just Living End, or do they not play it? Living End Rhino's Glims, that is Cascade decks. Great, game 2. I guess I could have. I didn't have an Ovalchase in my hand, I guess. Okay, we'll bring in the Grist. We'll bring in 1 Needle, 1 Haywire Mite. Could play like 1 Pick Your Poison. Been like in cutting some secrets against like the exile-based removal. Let's just do a Needle and a Mite. Yeah, but I mean, Shardless Agent's probably top 20 most played modern card, top 30. Says Merc, but we're talking about old legacy cards that found their way to modern, not vice versa. We're talking about, you know, Cycle Lands, Elderman's Call, Factor Fiction. Factor Fiction doesn't count, I think. Flusterstorm, Matron, Unearth, Wall Blossoms. Yeah, okay. More than I realized. Why is Downey's Freewise Lookout the most expensive card in the new set? What are people doing with it? They're playing EDH. All the modern players, like, it's kind of a rite of passage for a modern player to be like, wait, why is this card that's like just kind of not good so expensive? What's going on? Although we're gonna try some decks with it. It's like, what the hell? A 3-mana 2/2 that doubles creature into the battlefield abilities. Where could you possibly want to play double creature ETBs? What kind of format are we playing? I was thinking kind of briefly about killing my own Bloodghast there. I could have swore they couldn't bind it with the mana. I was like looking at it like, there's no way they can binding. Okay, sure want to draw Insidious Roots. I guess I can. I probably should have killed my Asmo to itself, but Secrets is also live. But I'm kind of low on Secrets in the deck. Do I need more food tokens? I guess I have, Urza Saga in the deck. Jeff, 33 months. Thank you for doing well. Yeah, quite the feast here. Okay, big draw, Insidious Roots, please. Supplier. Feeling pretty dead, y'all. I did mill another Bloodghast. Maybe I should YOLO here a little bit. Should we play the? Let's play the wall deck. I think there's a chance the 2/15 creature's really good. I'll take like one more draw step. Hard to imagine Grist is fast enough here. Seems like they're gonna counterspell or just not counterspell Asmo. Out of cookbooks anyways. Cast the Grist. Yeah, I mean, Crime Novelist is on the list of things to do. Card is pretty convoluted. We'll get there though. Wait, let's play the wall deck. We'll return to the roots though. Card is sick. Card has definitely been very powerful. Finding the red shell is gonna take forever. I think this is a card that a lot of people have kind of overlooked too.